In this video, I'm going to go through P2 and it's chapter 1 in section 1.1 Algebraic fractions, which is mostly a revision of the IGCSE material. So to simplify fractions, we have to divide by a common factor. So if we take the numerical example 25 over 35, this can be broken into 5 times 5, which makes 25, and 7 times 5. So 5 is a common factor, and therefore we would recognize that that 5 divides by both, and therefore we would divide both by 5, and in effect this would cancel those two 5s, and it would leave us with the final answer, which is 5/7. This works in exactly the same way with algebraic fractions. We have to find a common factor. Most of the time we find the common factor by factorizing, and then we cancel out the common factors. Effectively, we're cancelling them out because they divide one by the other to give us 1, and 1 multiplied by a number gives us that number. So an algebraic fraction like this, you would factorize each part, and then you would look at the common factor x minus 7 and x minus 7, that's the common factor. So we simplify that and we leave this. You don't have to multiply it out unless they specifically ask you to give it in a certain form. So let's have a look at each of these examples. Simplify these fractions. Obviously, you can't factorize or do anything with that, so I need to factorize the top. Now, you can hopefully see that there is an x in each term. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to factorize the x out, and that's going to give you 7x cubed minus 2x squared plus 6 all over x. And x divided by x is 1, and so the final answer is 7x cubed minus 2x squared plus 6. Now, at this point, you don't have the skill to factorize this anymore, so you would leave it like that. In the next sections, you will learn how to find factors of cubic functions, but the question will make it clear whether they want you to fully factorize something and whether you're able to do that. This is again very clear because it's already factorized. 2x minus 1 is a factor, so 2x minus 1 divided by 2x minus 1 gives us 1, and I'm left with x plus 7, and you can write it as x plus 7, or you can leave it in the bracket. Part C, this is a quadratic, and you should be able to factorize that. A hint is probably to look at the bottom and think, well, one of the brackets has to be an x plus 3, so this makes factorizing rather easy. Thinking of the factors of 12 that give us 7, I have one of them. 3 times 4 gives me 12, and it adds to 7, so x plus 4 at the top, and x plus 3 at the bottom, and I'm going to take both of them out, cancel them out, and I end up with x plus 4. And part D, I'm going to factorize both the top and the bottom because they're both quadratics. So this is x plus 5 and x plus 1. That's the only factors of 5, because 5 is a prime number and they add up to make 6. And then the factors of 10, 10 and 1, 2 and 5. So I've got x and x, 2 at 5, and this is a negative 10, so one of them is plus, one of them is a minus, and I want a positive 3, so the 5 has to be the bigger one. Plus 5, take away 2. And the 5 had to be the plus because here's the common factors. I cancel them out, and I am left with x plus 1 over x minus 2. And it's the same thing here. I've got to factorize the top, the bottom, is already factorized. So I want 2x and x. Whatever I put here is going to be doubled. So the factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4, and it has to be one of those. But which one is it going to be? I want to make 11x. So 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 plus 3 is 11. So I definitely want to multiply the 2 by 4, so I have to put the 4 here. So 2x plus 3. Why did I put here? So these two cross out, and I am left in the final answer 2x plus 3 over x plus 3. And these are all the examples for section 1.1.